Hello, my name is Fredrik Santes. I work at the Ethereum Foundation as the lead of the protocol security team. I've been invited by Rajit to talk a bit about our new initiative called the Trillion Dollar Security Initiative. To give some backstory about this, so for the past 10 years, Ethereum has had a lot of progress. We've had everything from large improvements to smart contracts, to wallets, to protocol security overall. And it's pretty clear to say that Ethereum is the most secure blockchain ecosystem that exists today. And we have, like I said, put a lot of effort into securing various parts of the ecosystem, such as the protocol, where we have a lot of people who are focusing on doing manual audits on the different clients, reviewing the specifications, and also doing things such as creating clusters, coordinating, running the bug bounty program, and a lot of other things. So what we have is this type of full stack security today. But we also see that there are areas that could do with some more improvements from a security point of view. The reason that we want to do this initiative is because we're looking at Ethereum from a civilization scale infrastructure point of view, meaning that Ethereum is likely to underpin the internet and global economy of the world. And we need to improve the overall security of the ecosystem to enable the entire world and its billions of people to be using Ethereum. A key part of doing this is that we need to not only be as good as the existing legacy systems that exist today, but we need to exceed it, and we need to exceed it quite a bit, which is why this initiative is very important. So we are introducing the $1 Trillion Security Initiative, or 1TS as the short name. And this is meant to be an ecosystem-wide effort. It's not an initiative that the EF can do on its own. It's something that the whole Ethereum ecosystem needs to work together on. The objective of this is to upgrade Ethereum security and bring the entire world on-chain. So the idea behind this is that we want to enable billions of people storing funds on-chain feel confident about doing that. We also want to ensure that institutions can place trillions of dollars of their funds of real-world assets into various smart contracts, not lose sleep over it. And to do that, we need to have this global trust in the security of the Ethereum protocol and its entire ecosystem. So just to kick off this project, we have started to map the security landscape. We will also be implementing a lot of these improvements that come from these discussions or this mapping phase. And we will then start communicating about this in a much broader way than we currently are doing. So the mapping phase that we're doing now, we are collecting input from the entire ecosystem. We have talked to, I would say, more than 100 people and institutions about what areas that they see as important from a security point of view to improve on. And from this mapping phase, we will create this security overview report where we have collected the data and then present it in a digestible way for the ecosystem to understand what kind of areas we need to improve on. And that can of course be anything from maybe the wallet UX need to improve. Maybe we need to ensure that front ends need to be secured in a different way than they are today. Maybe we need to improve censorship resistance or anything else that that the ecosystem feel are important areas of focus. So once we have this report, we're gonna start executing on this to try to figure out what we need to do in order to mitigate these concerns and issues as quickly as possible. So we will take a few different approaches. We will look and see which are the near-term risks that we can address quickly. This can be things that can be solved within 3 months. And then we're also going to look into what we need to do to invest in long-term solutions for more complex issues that will require more potential research and execution in order to go live. And I think the key thing here to remember is that this is going to be a collaboration across the entire ecosystem, because like I said previously, the EF does not have the capacity or ability to do everything on its own. So we want to ensure that this is a collaborative effort that we as an ecosystem focus on together and solve. The way that can look is, it can be done in various ways. Like, for example, if it turns out that Wallet's UX should be improved, potentially there could be working groups together with wallet developers to try to come up with solutions on how to improve this. It can be for the risk with front ends, potentially look into things like decentralized verifiable front ends, how that can be implemented, how can we reduce the phishing risks that exist today, etc., etc. So we will be looking for feedback and collaboration from the whole ecosystem during this phase as well. And then we need to improve on the communication aspects. We need to make sure that everyone understands the security advantages of using Ethereum, and that it's clear that what advantages are and how to utilize them. So we have a few people that are working on this initiative today. I'm working on it together with Josh Stark from the EF. We also have 3 stewards, Sam, Sun, Mehdi, and Zach. The idea of the stewards right now is that they will act as reviewers of this report and help steward the project, because it's going to be a lot of different areas that we will put focus on. And these areas will require different types of skill sets in order to execute on them. For example, the Wallet's UX part, as a security researcher, I am probably not the best one when it comes to designing well-made UX. So likely there is a need for someone to potentially come in and provide some feedback on how and research on how UX can be improved. But there could be other aspects where an SR could be relevant. And the idea here is that Josh and I are kind of helping to kickstart this project, but that others will then move in and take ownership of these separate points that will be in this mapping phase. So how can you then help Ethereum reach $1 trillion security? Right now we're collecting a lot of inputs. Like I said, there are a lot of different topics, I guess, or areas that's been covered already, like wallet UX, decentralized front ends. It could be risks around censorship, such as RPC endpoints or general infrastructure or ISPs, etc. It could be phishing or scams. It could be smart contract security, etc., etc. If you have an input, then that would be super valuable. We have a form where you can submit this data on blog.ethereum.org. We also have an email address at trilliondollar.security@ethereum.org, where you can submit your feedback if you want to. The next phase of this is that the mapping will be done most likely by the end of this week. And then sometime in the beginning of June, we will be releasing the report. And during that phase, the call for action is definitely to have a look at the report, see if there's any areas in that report where you have some type of expertise, be it in UX or smart contract security. Maybe you have a lot of experience when it comes to network security. It could be maybe you know a lot about MEV. You have thoughts about censorship resistance or other parts. Then we would love to hear from you and get your feedback, and hopefully collaborate with you to try to further strengthen the security of the Ethereum ecosystem. Thank you very much, and have a good day.